Hey, welcome back once again, and here in this video we are just going to learn if-else control statement in C programming. So first of all we need to understand what is exactly if-else and where we have to use it. So if we say that if-else statement is used when we need to execute a block of statement or a statement, that too when a particular condition is met or not met. Means if the condition or the evaluation of condition return us true or false. In both conditions we wanted to execute a set of block or statements. So then we have to use if and else statement. This is basically is called either decision making. Decision making means we have to do either this way or either this way. The decision making process used to specify certain orders in which statements are executed. Like if the condition met, then this code has to be executed. If condition doesn't met, then this code of this statement or these set of statement are to be executed. So here we also have to learn the syntax used for the if-else statement. So if we see that, then we have if-else statement is written like this way. We have to start with the if, then here we have to set the condition. So if this condition met, then the body of this if, this statement inside the body of if logical condition get executed. If this condition turn to be false or doesn't met, then the body of else, these statement will get executed. So now let's move to our IDE to make better understanding of how to use if and else statement in C program. So here we have already written a program for if statement in our previous video. So I'm just elaborating this if else along with this program. So what was happening in this case, we are entering a number. If the number is greater than 100, then it displaying us a message, you have entered a number and that is greater than 100. So now if we execute this program, say just go and to execute menu, just click on the run here, and if we enter a number 12 over here, then nothing is displaying over there, nothing is executed over here. So what has to be done in this case, we want that if somebody else in number that is not greater than 100, so what should be happen in that case? So for that we have to write another control statement here, that is if along with else. So here we have to write the body of else within the curly bracket, and here we display a message. Say I'm just displaying a message. So I'm copying this message using Control C, and here I'm going to paste this using Control V. Just to save over time, you have entered number and this is not greater than 100. So this message I would like to display over there. So save the changes here and just go to execute menu and choose compile and run this time. And here we are having mistake, that is we have not put the semicolon at the end of the line, that is sentence terminator. So save the, correct your mistakes, save the changes, go to execute menu, and this time again choose compile and run. Now program is compiled, and this time I am entering a number, say 9, which is less than 100. So it's displaying me a message, you have entered number equal to 9 and this is not greater than 100. And same program if I execute once again, and this time I'm entering a number greater than 100. So I'm entering 109 and it's displaying me another message that you have entered number equal to 109 and this is greater than 100. So here in this case we are making the decision, if the required condition is met, then the body of the if has to be executed. If that condition is not met, then we have to execute the body of else. So on the basis of this, I just wanted to elaborate one more program along with you here. In this case we are having a question. In this question, if a basic salary is less than 1500, if we are having an employee and whose basic salary is less than 1500, then HRA of that employee will be equal to 10% of the basic salary, and the DA of that employee will be equal to 90% of basic salary. If his salary is either equal to or above rupees 1500, then HRA is equal to rupees 500, that is fixed, and DA is equal to 98% of basic salary. If the employee salary is input through the keyboard, now what we have to do, we have to input through the keyboard is only the salary of the employee, and on the basis of that we have to calculate the gross salary of the employee. So how to go with this program? I'm just going to create one more program here and source file, and this time I'm choosing writing here comment entry to say calculate gross salary of an employee, then close the comment entry here, and here you have to write the first line, that is hash include stdio dot h, then here we write void main function, and then we have to write the body of the main function. Now first of all we need to understand the programs. So what we have to do, we have to input the salary. So basic salary we have to input through the keyboard, and on the basis of that we have to calculate the HRA of that employee, and then DA of that employee, and then gross salary of that employee. So salary may be a whole number, but when we make the calculation on HRA or DA or gross salary, that may be the value in the form of fraction or maybe in the form of decimal. So what I do, I'm going to declare the variable, say int BS. BS stands for the basic salary, or even you can write basic underscore salary as variable there, and another declaring I'm variable of type float, that may be after calculation may be the decimal value. So for that I'm declaring the variable as float. So first is HRA, and then DA, and then GS for the gross salary. So here I'm going to declare the 4 variable, one is of integer type and 3 are of float type. So user has to enter only the basic salary. So here I'm displaying a message for user to enter the basic salary. So here is the message, enter the basic salary. Okay, and I'm using \t escape sequence, and at the end I'm putting semicolon to terminate the sentence. Then I have to read this value in a variable. So for that I'm using scanf function. The format of reading is integer, so I'm using %e, then comma, then we have to use the address operator, then here we have to give the name of the variable to which we read the salary, that is basic salary. Now we have to understand the condition here. So we have to put the semicolon at the end here to terminate the sentence. This is to tell the compiler that sentence has completed at this point. Now we have to make the decision. So what was the condition here? If we see the condition was that if the salary is less than 1500, okay, then this is the HRA and this is the DA, and if the salary is equal to or above 1500, then HRA will be fixed 500 and DA will be 98%. So here we have to put the condition BS less than 1500. Okay, if the basic salary is less than 1500, then we have to write the body of if. Here we have to calculate the first HRA. So HRA will be equal to the 10% of the salary, his basic salary. So for formula used for that, BS multiply by 10 divided by 100. So here we will get his HRA. So here again we have to calculate wrong spelled the variable, so it's HRA, and then we have to calculate his DA. So for DA is equal to the, and that is to be the 90% of his basic salary. So for that we are having the formula BS is equal DA is equal to BS multiply by 90 divided by 100. Okay, so this is the calculation we have made. And else, now we have to write the body of else. If his salary is not less than 1500, then we have to give HRA is equal to 500, that is fixed, and DA will has to be calculated on the basic salary, that is BS multiply by 98 divided by 100. Okay, so this is done. Now at the end we have to calculate his gross salary. For this we have the formula GS will be equal to basic salary plus HRA and plus DA. Okay, so this way we have calculated the gross salary of the employee. Now we want to display his total salary. So here we are writing the printf function, that is gross salary is equal to, here we have to put the format. So percentage f, that is we are using the float variable GS, and then in the last we have to put the comma here and have to give the variable name whose value we wanted to display, and this time we are using GS. So here we are going to save the program. For this I am clicking on save button, or you can use Ctrl+S. Then here we have to select the source file type, so C source file, and to this I am giving the name as say gross salary. So this is the name I have given to this file, and the extension this will be assigned to this file will be .c, and save the file. Then after this go to execute menu, then click on compile and run. So here we are having the mistake in the function HR is undeclared. So here again we are making the mistake that we have to declare the variable with the name of HRA, and here we are using HRS. So that we have to correct, and again save the changes and go to execute menu, just choose compile and run. And here we are again making the mistake. Okay, so what we have made the mistake here, this is our mistake, that we have to write this within double quotes. Message within the printf has to be right within the double quotes. That was our mistake. If you come across the mistakes, you will also learn how to rectify the mistakes, and even this doesn't make any effect while you write a program and you come across the mistakes. So go to execute menu, then compile and run. And this is again there is error, that is we have not put the semicolon here to terminate the sentence. So save again your changes, then go to execute and choose compile and run. Oh, one more mistake here. We have misspelled scanf. So here is our scanf and we have misspelled it. So scanf function is like this way. It is showing me the error here, and save the changes. Again go to execute menu, choose compile and run, and this time our program is compiled, 0 error and 0 warning. So here I am going to enter the basic salary. If I enter the basic salary say equal to 100, so that is less than 15 800. So his salary will be calculated on the basis of that. So 800 will be his basic salary, then 10% of his basic salary will be his HRA, so that will become 80 rupees, and 90% of his DA will be his basic salary's DA will be his DA, and the gross salary will become equal to 800 plus HRA plus his DA. So on the basis of that we have to calculate this. So what will happen if this we choose this time, or we can also display his total, what he has, his HRA is there and what is his DA is there and all that thing. So for that I'm doing some changes in the program. So here I'm writing few more line, printf, and here we write HRA is equal to, and this is again in the form of percentage %f, and here we have to give the reference of the variable, say HRA, and put the semicolon at the end. Then his DA we also like to display. For that I'm using printf function, and here I'm displaying his DA is equal to percentage %f, then comma DA, and put the semicolon at the end. Save the changes again and go to execute menu. This time choose compile and run. So our program again compiled without any error. So this time I'm putting the salary, say equal to 800. Here it is, HRA is equal to 80, DA is equal to 720 rupees, and gross salary will become equal to 1600. So we can format this program more readable by putting \n here. Save the changes, again go to execute menu, choose compile and run. This time I'm putting salary is 1000. So here it is, HRA will become 100, DA will become 900, so his gross salary will become equal to 2000. Okay, so this is how we, now in this case if I put the salary greater than 1500, say I'm giving him salary 1600, so in that case his salary will become this, his HRA fixed, that is 500, his DA will be 98% of his basic salary, so that will become 1568 rupees. So total of his salary become equal to 3668 rupees. So this is how we can use the if else statement. So what we have seen here in this case, if the condition met, the body, this part of the program has been executed, or this block statement has been executed. If this condition doesn't met, so this part of the this block of statement will get executed. So this is how we can use if else statements in the C program. So that's all for now. See you soon in the next video.